The Eidie, or Atlas sheepdog, is a breed of service dog bred by Tunisian nomadic cattle breeders to guard property and herds. This is a versatile working companion dog, equally well performing the functions of a shepherd, hunter and watchman. By nature, it resembles a collie, intelligent, affectionate, obedient, devoted to the owner and family members. Great with children and pets. The maximum of the same type of livestock of these dogs has historically formed in Tunisia and Morocco. On the basis of the native population of dogs from this region, the modern breed phenotype of the Atlas shepherd dog was formed. Another name for the breed is the Atlas sheepdog or the Atlas mountain dog. Currently Eidie is recognized by the following cynological federations: FCI, UKC, CKC, AKC, ANKC, NKC, NZKC, APRI, ACR. Highlights and interesting facts. Of modern breeds, these dogs are genetically related to the Pyrenean mountain dog. Atlas sheepdogs are prone to barking, which manifests itself both in the yard and in the apartment. Traditionally, Eidie are used as guard and herding dogs. At home, they are used in this capacity to this day. In addition, in Morocco and Algeria, dogs of this breed are used in the army and police as security and escort dogs. More rarely, Eidie are used as hunting dogs for hunting medium and large game. The history of the breed. Eidie originated as a native breed in the mountainous regions of North Africa and for a long time developed without purposeful selection. Presumably, the phenotype of this dog was formed on the basis of local semi-wild dogs, which were used by the nomadic tribes who lived here, and Molossian-type dogs, brought here in the 2nd millennium BC by the Phoenicians. In the 2nd century BC, the existing population of dogs at that time had a rush of blood from large Molossians, brought here by Roman legionaries, in whom heavy Molossians were used as fighting dogs. Historically, the Eidie has been used primarily as a guard dog, protecting herds from both predatory and human threats. They were also used as guard dogs to guard the area and as hunting dogs to help take on large game. Purposeful selection and the formation of a stable phenotype of this breed began in the 20th century. The first full-fledged Eidie standard was written in the 60s of the 20th century. At the same time, the documents were sent for recognition of the breed in the International Cynological Federation, where Eidie quickly received recognition. For a long time, despite receiving international recognition, Eidie were distributed mainly only in their homeland. Only in the 2000s, she was brought to America, where she received recognition from the American Kennel Club. In 2006, Eidie received recognition from the United Kennel Club, after which they began to gain popularity outside their homeland. Appearance. Eidie have a strong physique, outwardly they give the impression of a rough and powerful dog. Shaggy, standing coat visually increases the dimensions of the dog and creates a feeling of some wildness. The head is heavy, with developed cheekbones and jaws. As described in the official standard, Eidie's head looks like a bear's head. The forehead is wide, the transition from the forehead to the muzzle is weakly expressed. The eyes are small, dark, slightly slanted. The expression of the eyes is alert, attentive. Eye color is dark. The ears are semi-erect, set high, of medium size. The tips of the ears are rounded. In a calm state, the ears are lowered and pressed to the skull. The nose is large, pronounced, the color of the nose is black, brown or red, in harmony with the color of the dog. The lips are dry, with small jowls, the color of which matches the color of the nose. The neck is muscular, of medium length, without a pronounced leathery tulip. The withers are well developed, embossed. The body is slightly stretched, the back is wide, slightly sloping, slightly arched in the middle. The sacrum is well defined, located above the withers, which gives the back a somewhat sagging outline. The chest is voluminous, wide. The abdomen is straight, not tucked up. The tail is set high, reaching the hock in length. Usually it is either lowered or raised to the level of the back. The tail has a strongly developed ornamental hair, which forms a well-formed feather silhouette. The limbs are moderately short, set deep under the body, muscular, with prominent joints. On the hind limbs, the angles of the hock and knee joints are blunt and smoothed. The hind legs seem to be matched to the body, which visually gives these dogs some clumsiness, but in fact, does not affect the dynamics of their movement. The paws are large, rounded, loose, with well-developed pads and short toes. Eidie's coat is thick, with a pronounced stuffed undercoat and a stiff guard hair. On the muzzle, ears and front of the paws, the coat is shorter and smoother. Decorating hair is abundantly developed on the neck, belly, hips and tail. All colors are acceptable, including merle, multicolor and peebled. Distinctive character traits. Dogs of this breed have an independent, restrained and serious character and a pronounced guarding instinct. Eidie is characterized by restraint in communication with members of the family where this dog lives, and distrust, sometimes turning into aggression, toward strangers. These dogs are usually indifferent to other pets. In relation to their relatives, they are not contact, they can react quite harshly in response to persistent attention or aggression from other dogs. Due to the pronounced tendency of these dogs to dominate, it is necessary to carry out early socialization for them and from an early age, begin to build the correct hierarchy with the puppy. Due to the independent nature of these dogs, training can be difficult. It is important to be persistent in the training process and be able to persistently achieve commands. This breed is not recommended for keeping as a first dog. Maintenance and care. In general, this breed is distinguished by good health and does not require specialized care. However, like all large dogs, they often develop joint dysplasia with age. In the climatic conditions of the region where this dog comes from, Aidy are well adapted to a variety of weather conditions. They are suitable for both apartment and aviary maintenance, even in regions with a cold climate. When keeping an Aidy in an apartment, one must take into account the high level of exercise requirements that these dogs have. It is also important to consider that they have a strong secretion of the skin, which leads to a strong pronounced characteristic smell of a dog and makes this breed one of the highly allergic. In autumn and spring, Atlas sheepdogs are prone to heavy molting, while a mild molt may persist between these periods. Price and how to buy. Depending on the purpose of the purchase, the cost of the puppy will differ. Offspring without the possibility of exhibition and further breeding costs from $400. If there are plans for future puppies as parents, then the price increases by 2 to 3 times. Show-class puppies are even more expensive, and the price depends on the pedigree and what prizes were received by the parents of the puppies at various exhibitions. If you are looking for a show-class puppy, then you need to contact the breeders registered in the Unified International Register of Breeders, where there is a guarantee of pure blood. In this case, a contract of sale must be signed, where all the circumstances are prescribed in order to avoid misunderstandings. Buying a puppy in unreliable places is a huge risk of getting a dog similar to Aidy, but not being it. While the dog is small, it is difficult to understand how the puppy meets the requirements. Outcome. The Aidy is energetic and highly protective and is said to make an outstanding watchdog. It is a powerful dog that is also agile, alert, and ready for action. As it is a sensitive breed, the dog needs to be given appropriate training from a very young age. It needs to be exposed to as many social conditions as possible so that it makes an ideal family pet.